This is Akashvani. In the program Spotlight, we now bring you a discussion on need for conscious effort towards organ donation. The participants are Dr. Vimal Bhandari, former Director, National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization, and Rajesh Lake, anchor.
Warm welcome to Akashvani, Dr. Bhandari.
Thank you.
How do you define organ donation and what significance does it hold in India?
So, organ donation is defined as the need for a patient or a recipient where he is in need for organs like kidney, liver, heart. The patient has got a heart failure, kidney failure or liver failure, and you can give through the organ donation, you transplant these organs to the recipient who is in need for that.
So who all can donate? Can anyone who is willing?
Any person who is more than 18 years of age can donate the organ in live donation. But in cadaver donation, anybody who has got a brain dead after 1 year or 2 years of age can donate organs.
Why is the organ donation considered one of the highest moral acts a person can perform?
Sir, organ donation is a Jeevan Dan, is a life-saving procedures. As you all know that there are millions of people are waiting for a kidney transplant, liver transplant and heart transplant. And there is a huge gap between demand and supply. So if the demand and supply, there is a huge gap. So it is our moral duty to aware the people to shorten this gap of demand and supply. And this can be achieved through the awareness, and this can be achieved awareness and capacity building and other things.
When can we take the organs from a person? Say if somebody has died in an accident or somebody is brain dead.
Actually what happens is that we are talking about now cadaver donation. In cadaver donation means that the patient have a road traffic accident or anything like a brain hemorrhage or patient having a cancer of a thing, but the patient is in irreversible shock. The patient cannot come out of the shock, and the patient, sir, is on the ventilator, on drugs, and the patient's blood pressure, pulse, and temperature is normal and maintained through the drugs. But the only thing is, you cannot treat this irreversible coma. Either patient will die or you can retrieve these organs through the procedures. Like there is a committee, I told you in the beginning also, there is a committee who will test these organs like ENT surgeons, anesthetists and physicians and the 4 people and the medical superintendent also involved in that. And if these person with their certain tests retrieve the test on this brain dead patient and the patient is declared brain dead after doing these tests, they tell the patient will not survive. Then at the same time, we can ask the coordinator to talk about these things to the attendants of the people who are sitting outside the ICU that your son or your daughter or your relative is not able to survive. In case you want to donate these organs for a humanity and for, one person can donate 8 persons' life. And if you take a tissue around 35 people, so these people, if they agree to that, then again the team will perform certain tests after 6 hours and then declare dead. And if they say yes, then it's okay. If they say no, then we thank you very much. We can't do anything. And patient on a ventilator, there's a rule that we can withdraw the ventilator. In my time, there was no rule to withdraw the ventilator because otherwise the nursing home will take on and get a lot of millions, a lot of money. So this is the fact. In that time, like any person who is even a 2 years of child can also get. Now we can retrieve kidney. One team will come for kidney. Both the kidneys will be retrieved. One team will come for the heart. One team will come for the liver and lung. And this team will retrieve the organs and will take to the certain places like that particular hospital who is getting this person brain dead will take kidney. He has got a right to take a heart or liver or part of the liver and also lung and also pancreas. And the other kidney will go to the Noto or Roto or Soto. They will decide to whom this kidney to be transplanted as per the law and rule and waiting list. We have got a registry in our Noto and the 5 Rotos we have all over the country, and there are a few Soto state organizations. Like that we retrieve a heart. Heart is very important. Now it's got only 3 hours. So the relative should decide as early as possible. If they will not decide to for a brain death retrieval for organs, then these organs will be spoiled. Heart you have to transplant within 3-4 hours. Now sometimes you don't have a patient in your hospital and this organ should go to the noto. If the noto says where to, he will try to adjust in Delhi or somewhere nearby. And in case they don't want, then we will give to others roto. And if suppose these organs go to the Chennai, if Chennai people say yes we want, then we will.
So according to the need of the patient, the organ can be transported. So what ethical principles guide this act of organ donation?
So this Human Transplant Act in 1994 was through the Parliament. It was passed through the Parliament, and there was an amendment in 2011 and 2016. Certain things were added. There is a rule for everything. Even for punishment who are taking trafficking and all that, there are rules. There are rules, there are committee, there are appellant authority, there are authorization committee, a lot of rules. If you go through the Kidney Transplant Act, organ transplant, everything. It is very fair and no one can do anything hera-feri. Suppose there is a case, then there is a punishment for 10 lakh rupees and also 10 years imprisonment and 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs rupees fine to the dealer and to agent or to the doctor who is doing this kind of thing.
Okay, because this is what the Vice President of India, Shri Dhankar, also highlighted the profound significance of organ donation, describing it as a spiritual activity and the highest moral exemplification of human nature. And he also highlighted that there should not be exploitation, as you are mentioning, Dr. Bhandari, of the vulnerable for commercial gain. And as you rightly said, human body can become for societal welfare through organ donation.
Honorable Prime Minister in his Mann Ki Baat said many times regarding this topic is close to his heart. He told he want to aware the people for this organ donation and need of the hour for this organ donation and awareness.
So even the Vice President, and you very rightly mentioned, the Prime Minister also mentioned that organ donation is a must. So therefore, what can be done to take the awareness about organ donation to every citizen of India and educate, especially the younger generation?
In Spain, there's an opt-out system there. Whosoever is born there will have to take an oath and will have to have organ donation card. But in our country, we are opt-in system where it is our will or wish that in case even I'm an organ donor, if my wife says, and I've got a card that I'll donate my organs, if my wife says after some time or my son said, no, we don't want, the father might have told you. So we cannot retrieve these organs. That is one. Unless until this is a compulsory, we are awareing through lot many resources, like we are doing a capacity building, training, we are going in the banks, we are going in the organizations. Like a few days back, I aware the whole country of those who are working in DRDO. I delivered a lecture about awareness. That's all, like in Doordarshan and Akashvani you are talking about, and the people definitely will listen to your this thing throughout the country and will definitely we must take an oath. That's what we take an oath that in case this time come and we will donate our organ. Even then, sir, in brain dead patient, I'm not talking about brain dead patient, even after death of the person, within 4 hours, if you want to retrieve the eyes, or you want to retrieve a skin or a bones, you can, after the death. Otherwise, sometimes what happens is this body will go to the mortuary or will go to the medical college for a research purpose. If you donate this organ, and this will serve the humanity, and they'll serve the, 8 person and 35 people for that matter, tendons, valves, and you can say bones also, skin also for grafting and all these things. So, person should realize that if people are aware and how to and who to contact, any person can contact a NOTO and the respective hospitals where these kind of activities are on, you can do that. So we need to sensitize the people of ICU and we need to train the people in casualty if the patient comes. Like I told you in the beginning, 2 lakh people died every year following a road traffic accident. Even 10% of the organs, if we take from them, we will reduce the gap like a hell. We reduce the gap, demand and supply, in thousands and, but we are not getting that. But we may be on the top in a live donation because of our population. The people like sisters and mothers come forward to give the organs to their relatives, and even everybody say that nothing will happen. Even one kidney we can survive, and the other person whom you are transplanting the kidney can do everything in life, like normal thing you can apply.
So what you're saying is that it is extremely important for us to remove the mental, cultural, spiritual and social barriers or the stigmas at times that we have in our mind when it comes to organ donation. That needs to be dealt with.
There is also myth, sir. They say that if we remove one eye, in future, in other births, like rebirth, we will also have
come back. Yes,
one eye missing. That is bad. And
so Dr. Bhandari, what are the key laws and regulations governing organ donation in India? And how does the Transplantation of Human Organs and Tissues Act of 1994 protect the rights and dignity of organ donors and recipients?
Law on Organ Transplant Act 1994 and amendment in 2011 and 15 also with few things said everything. They defined everything. There's no ambiguity in that. And it is a clear rules and regulation for organ donation, for organ transplantation, about the registry, about the waiting list in the country, and about the procurement and about the distribution. And also about training. Everything laws has defined, punishment to the culprits, everything law has in Organ Donation Act, everything is defined.
Dr. Bhandari, just let me know if anyone who's listening to us today wants to donate any part of his organ, what does he need to do? One, and if there is someone who is in need of an organ, what should he do? How can he register himself in the hospitals?
So let us take one thing, sir, one by one. If the patient is having a kidney failure and he wants to get a kidney transplant done, what we'll do, he might be getting a treatment from nephrologist. There might be dialysis. Then the physician said you need a kidney transplant. So in that particular hospital, he is registered for organ transplantation. Definitely we'll try that he should get the organs from his own relative, like mother, sisters and all that. In case he is not able to get, there's no one in the mother is not fit or the sister is not there or brother is not there, no one wants to. Then he may try other than relative as told to definition, your friends and all that. Even they also not there, then he can register because once he registered and he is getting nephrology to the nephrology dialysis and all that, he is registered to that particular hospital.
So if somebody wants to be a donor, Dr. Bhandari, if somebody wants to be...
If he wants to be a live donor, then it is other problem. In case he wants to be a donor in future, then he can go to the website, NOTO website, and he can get a form 16 offline or online he can fill and he will get a card that indicates that you are a donor. You are a donor.
And that you are giving your consent.
Means you have given a consent for the organ.
Can you give us the address once again of the website?
This is a NOTO, National Organ Tissue Transplant Organization, and www.noto.gov.in website. Anyone can go to Google and can find out these forms. And you can also request for a form 7, and send the form to the NOTO. I'm talking about here. This is going all over the country. So there are 5 NOTOs also. Apart from NOTO, there are 5
that information is available on the website as well. On that note, I would like to thank and urge citizens to make a conscious effort towards organ donation, turning it into a mission that aligns with the noble tradition of serving humanity. Thank you so very much for being with Akashvani.
Thank you very much.
You were listening to a discussion on need for conscious effort towards organ donation. The participants were Dr. Vimal Bhandari, former Director, National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization, and Rajesh Lake, anchor. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of Akashvani. You can listen to it on our mobile app, News on AIR. This program is also available on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official. You may share your feedback about this program through email at airnsttalks@gmail.com or WhatsApp on 9289094044.